What's up, everybody? What is going on? Uh, Welcome to Basement Talk number two. I hope everybody's doing well. Um, for those who joined, thank you. Hopefully, I'll see some more people pop up here shortly. But if not, I'm still going to do what I came to do, right? Again, it's for me anyway, so it's therapeutic for me. So I'll just keep it rolling, and I'll talk just as I'll talk like I got 1,000 people with me. Anyways, um, again, welcome. Thank you for joining the discussion today. And in case you missed the last episode, we talked a little bit about being approachable and attitudes. So if you miss it, if you missed it last time, go back and check it out. And then, know, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about it. All right. Uh, I'm starting to get used to this YouTube streaming. Right. I'm new to the game a little bit on this part of it. Um, if you follow me before, I had some stuff on Spotify and uh, iHeart, Amazon, uh, and it's still on there. So if you want to check out some of the old podcasts, just look up my name and click on there and check out some of the discussions. I think it was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out this YouTube stuff, and it might just be my old age kicking in. I don't catch on like I used to, but it's coming along, and I like it a lot. So I'm slowing down a little bit. I'm slowing down. I can't help it. That's what happens when you get old. Can't stay on top of all this new age stuff. For those who don't know me, I am Brian Jennings Jr. I use all my social media um, platforms for music and um, engaging with others. Um, I put some life stuff on there, but mainly for music and engaging. Right, I just like to talk to people, and I don't know. I like to make people smile, people feel good. So that's what I use my social media platform for. Uh, and I thank God for having that ability to make somebody smile or feel good because it's a good thing, right? And it kind of type into what we're talking about today. Um, you'll never hear me uh, boast or brag about the things I have. I'm a blessed dude, um, and I'm just grateful and thankful to be in the position that I'm in right now. So I'm forever grateful, right? Um, I'm never here to make myself out to be someone that I'm not, right? Ain't no fake coming. What you see is what you get. Um, and that's just the way it should be. It should be like that for anybody, though. What you see is what you get, right? I mean, for some, that might be a little touchy, uh, the real is the real. You know what I'm saying? As far as my podcast go, I share my experiences and my opinionated thoughts with you all, right? Just so you can have different insights on things you may not thought about during a certain time in your life. Um, you'll never hear me name drop another person other than myself, and I'll never purposely embarrass anyone. Right? That's not why I'm here. Right? No embarrassing anyone. That's just not even cool with me. Um, this is actually used for therapy for myself. I use this so I can talk out, speak out. My issue was that I just never had I shouldn't say never had, I just never allowed myself to engage with people on a personal level. So I didn't tell my business or um, trust in people to talk to people to help me out. Right. And I know there's people in place to do that. But personally, that's just something that I struggle with. And I'm okay admitting that. And a lot of people is in my same position. That's why I've shared my podcast and my thoughts out in the open because I know there's somebody else just like me out there, right? So this is my therapy. So I don't mind doing this, and this is not to put my personal business out on the street, because I mean people gonna judge you regardless, right? But this is just so that I can get it off my chest and just out in the open, right? To relieve some of the stuff, right? So sometimes you just gotta talk and hear yourself, and things click. That's how it works, right? So this is why I do what I'm doing right now today. Okay. Um, Even though it's my therapy though, um, basically, like I said, I'm doing it for myself with the possibility of helping others. So this might be your therapy too. So as long as I'm doing what I need to do for me, it's even better if I can help somebody else. So hang out with me a little bit. Hang out with me a little. Okay, enough about that. That's my intro. That's all I got going on. That's a pretty big intro, right? But let's jump into today's topic, right? And today's we talking about peace, comfort, and faith. And I think this is gonna be awesome, right? To talk about this topic, because it's major in your life, right? This should be a good one tonight. And don't forget, put your comments in the chat, uh, because I look forward to seeing them, right? So if you join, put your comments out there. Let me know what you think about it, right? And if you didn't catch this live one and you're watching it later on, then still feel free to comment and let me know how you feel about today's episode. All right, cool. So we're talking about peace. Peace. The definition of peace is freedom from disturbance and tranquility, right? Hmm. Question is, let me get a little comfortable here. The question is, what puts you at peace? Let's think about this a little bit. What puts you at peace? So a few things that put me at peace. A few things that come to mind is I'm a person like I'm a jokester, right? I joke a lot, and you know I, what puts me at peace is like laughing and comedy. I'm a comedy dude, right? So I like comedy. I like laughing. I like making people laugh, but that is part of my peace. Also, music. Music is a very important part of my piece. Obviously, if you following me right now, I'm a drummer, and we have the basement jams from week to week, or we try to get it in like once, twice a week if we can, if our schedule allows it. And then, of course, we'll start in streaming our live events. But that's part of my piece, music, right? Um, a couple more things that kind of put me at peace is quiet time and being alone, right? Believe it or not, even though I'm doing this is part of my peace, right? My quiet time. This is what I consider quality quiet time for me. Come down, connect. It kind of ease my mind, right? Give me the opportunity to kind of just flow, let go, talk, and chill. This is what I call chill, right? Um, and then um, on top of just making sure that my family overall is good to go. But for any of us who have like children, like in my case, I have some older children, and then I have some younger children. So just making sure that their health and everything are okay, right? With the older kids, is more of a making sure they deal in life well. They're grown, making sure they're adjusting to everything. Um, just checking on them from time to time. And for the younger kids, it's more of a you know school and sick and bullying, all the things that this world is crazy. It's crazy about out here, for our kids and the things that they have to deal with. So making sure that they're okay in that aspect um, is what will put you at peace, right? Um, so you know the second question to that would be, um, what keeps you at your peace, right? So let's jump into this first, right? So, um, I asked what put us at peace, right? And um, I talked about comedy and laughing and stuff like that, and some of the things that keeps me there is like my favorite TV shows, right? I like being First of all, I like being around funny people, right? I know, like, for specific people, where if I go somewhere, um, I want to hang around this person all the time because they laughing and they joking and they having fun, and I want all kind of parts of that, right? I want to kick it and be laughing and joking and have a great time because my spirit gonna be happy, right? That's peace to me. Back in the day, I used to watch Def Comedy Jam. How many of y'all used to watch Def Comedy Jam back in the day? Def Comedy Jam used to have me going. I have all the specials. I don't even know if I really supposed to watch all the things that I watch, but I watch all the specials, right? From from when Chris Tucker started, Bernie Mac, everybody, AJ Johnson. I'm telling you, Def Comedy Jam was my jam, right? Um, so I used to watch that back in the day, and now I go through the Netflix uh, comedy series and specials and watch that. And my go-to is David Chappelle because David Chappelle right now just say whatever's on his mind. Excuse me. He don't really care what people think. He touch bases on everything, and if you ain't really geared for that and being open-minded, right? People take comedy the wrong way nowadays, and the way everything is structured, you got to be careful what you say and do. But David Chappelle is the closest thing to how comedy used to be. At least that's my thought. Again, all my talks here are opinionated, so you may have your favorite and so on and so forth. But for me, it's Dave Chappelle, right? So that's my piece. That's how I keep it going, right? Music wise, I always have a set playlist. I got a set playlist, like depending on what I'm going through. So I may be going through like a hard time or something like that, where you might have a gospel playlist. So you turn on your gospel playlist, you play your gospel jams, you get back in your zone, you get back on track, and it puts you back in your mood, right? Some people like R&B and soft jazz. I was cracking up one day. My son was like, "Dad, I listen to jazz music," and we looked at him like, "What? He's 13 years old. You don't know nothing about no jazz music, man. Stop playing with me." And he said, "No, I listen to jazz music around the house." I said, "Okay." But it might be what eases mine. I never heard him play no jazz music around me. So it was kind of hard for me to be like, "Oh, you really feeling jazz music?" But if that's what he liked, that's what he liked, right? Um, so yeah, jazz music, R&B music to catch a vibe. Man, speaking of slow jams and old school music, um, my grandmother and my mother back in the day, they used to uh, listen to their music when they wanted to get into a good zone. And like I shouldn't even say my grandmother and my mother; it'd be like my grandmother and all my aunts and uncles. They used to all listen to their music, and we all be at grandma's house, and the kids would be in another room. And when that music come on, there wasn't no stopping them. They was getting in that zone, and what they would do is turn their music up. BB King, right? The blues, man. It'll start playing, and everybody started singing. They was at peace. They knew that was their zone. They go to it. It made them feel so good. It, can nobody tell them nothing. As a matter of fact, this is a true story. Like if you interrupted them during a singing session, you was liable to get a whooping during a peace session. And that's the truth, right? Who want to get whooped by somebody just enjoying life right now? But if some of y'all know me, man, Grandma Irene did not play, right? And her kids, my mama, my aunts, my uncle, it is what it is, right? You got whooped. It's crazy, but they was at peace. They just gave you a peace whooping. Skip it. I guess that's what you're gonna call it. Um, so yeah, so that was something that they did for their peace. Uh, but on a serious note, it was a good time to see your parents and grandparents enjoy something that put them back in a place where they want to be at. I talked about quiet time and being alone. That's special, man. Quiet time. You need that quiet time. Everybody need quiet time. You can't just be like, you know, you can't just keep going and going and not have no downtime. Like everybody needs to rest, and you need it for yourself, right? Some people can rest 35 minutes. Some people can rest 30 minutes. Um, Whatever the case may be, man. Hell, I mean, some people even go for, oh, they need a week vacation. I mean, if you need a week vacation, that's some serious rest. But hey, if that's what you need, that's what you need, right? But you need that downtime to kind of regroup. Some people also want to get away from the environment. if that's what it takes for you to get some peace in you, and it works with you and your situation and schedule, go for it. Right? Who's to tell you no? That's how you wanna. That's how you want your peace to come. Then take your vacation. Right? Whatever gets you back in place that you need to be. Um, as far as children go, man, like, you know, I talked about it briefly a little bit, but I mean, it is a little deeper than just mentioning it because these kids here is like the world is crazy, right? Um, it has absolutely nothing to offer these children, as far as you know, just important things, right? We got all the bad things in the world to offer our children, but it's more bad than good. I guess that's a better way to put it. And so, we want to make sure that they're okay, right? Um, and you just pray that God got His hand over them and watching them because you just never know. I don't want no sick kids, which they bound to get sick. Every kid gets sick, right? You don't want them in jail. Some kids go to jail, right? Um, you don't want them to have to start adult life early, and some do. I did, you know. Um, just because you don't want them to struggle. Like if you struggle as a young adult, like you have your kid, and now your kids are grown up. You don't want them to struggle. You don't want them to do the same thing you done. You don't want them to experience the same thing you experienced, right? So what keeps them at peace? What keeps you at peace is just making sure that they're on the right track, and that's key. That's key. That's key right there, right? So that's the first part of it, right? That's peace. Let's jump into comfort, right? Comfort is a state or situation in which one is relaxed, and does not experience any or much physical or emotional pain. Comfort. Hmm. I don't know. I think I like on a serious note. I think I struggle with comfort a little bit, um, only because um, I really don't. I really don't have a comfort zone when it comes to like relying on people and having an understanding of my personal or emotional needs. That's me though. That's me. Right? My comfort probably is more in my faith, which is the next topic we'll talk about. Um, but as far as a person, um, I don't really think I have a comfort in it. And you might think like, dang, Brian, you got like this family, there's this and that. But still, sometimes even family is not your comfort, right? Like I'm comfortable in my place right here at home, like no doubt about it, right? Um, and there's people in place for you to get it, but I have to be open minded to receive it, if that makes sense. So me personally thinking, I just rather go with my faith and find my comfort in my faith. Um, you know, in all honesty, to be honest, like I'm probably not the best comfort for others either, right? Um, sometimes like so I struggle with this. Sometimes you have to listen to others, right? And shut up. And I think I said this before. I might even mention this on one of my other podcasts on Spotify, but you got to shut up. And my problem is that I've been in the defense mode so long. So when somebody talked to me, like it just I kind of go there, right? And even though somebody might just be trying to explain themselves, but I take it in as something wrong or that they're down talking me or something like that. And that's something that I deal with. So and that's not okay. That's really not okay. And I'm okay saying that it's not okay. Right. That's something that I'm working on again. This is therapy for me. Right. Um, sometimes you gotta be true to yourself. Right. So yeah, sometimes I'm not the best person to come to explain something to because I'll take it as if um, you're trying to tell me what to do, or you're trying to tell me how to do certain things, or you low key just trying to tell me, trying to down like diss me, You know what I mean? And again, that come with past experiences, and that's not fair to people that surround me today. So that's something that I really have to work on. And because people may look at me or may look at you as their comfort, and you want to be their comfort. Don't nobody want to be a jerk 24/7. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be a jerk 24/7. Trust, I don't want to be a jerk at all. Be honest with you. I want to be able to be sociable. I want to be able people to come to me and talk to me. I want to be able to be a good listener. All those things like that. Like, people deserve that. And then you deserve that. I deserve that. So it goes both ways. So I think really, honestly, um, it's more of a hit and miss. Like, it's it's good and bad to that situation. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's a gift and a curse all in one. So you got to be careful. Like, comfort is different, right? People experience things too, either with you or before you, or whatever in life in general, to where comfort is just not. They don't want that comfort because they was just tore down. You know what I'm saying? Men and women, straight up. It is not the best thing. So they would rather just stay away. But the truth is that they just looking for a window so they can receive that comfort. You know what I'm saying, and start all over again. So if somebody was troubled before and then brought some issues to me, and then I'm defensive, that's gonna put them right back in their state, and they ain't gonna want to talk to me, right? So again, you that's comfort is hard for people, right, including myself. So you just got to be careful with that. I hope that's making sense. I hope that's making sense. Um, you know, but for some, friends, uh, loved ones, they are their comfort zone, and that's cool. I give them much props for that. That's love. You know what I'm saying? That's perfectly fine. If it worked for you, good. You know what I'm saying? More. I'll give you kudos to you. Kudos to you. Now, generally speaking, I feel like men's pride prevents them from accepting comfort, so they don't know where to go in a time of need. Right. Feel free to comment. I'm just telling you, like, I think men don't know how to accept comfort, right? And all men need comfort. I know y'all don't want to hear that. Men and women need comfort. It is what it is, man. Keep it real, right? Keep it real. A man sometimes, we always joke and be like, man, hold me. A man want that. It is what it is. It might not be long, but every now and then it's okay to be like, hey man, love and affection, you know, just to be like, it's something. It's something. You know what I mean? Um, but they don't know how to express that. So they won't even know how to receive it when it's there because their pride won't let them. I'm a man. I don't need all that. They lying. All men need it. Women can express themselves better, right? And it's probably because women express themselves better, and men don't know how to receive it. So then they take it in a defensive way. Like, if a woman told you, "Hey, I need this and that," or "This is something that you're not doing," and you're not doing it, like, you're gonna be defensive. Yeah. You're gonna take that the wrong way instead of taking it as if, like, that's something I need to work on. Now, if you already know you're trying to put forth something and that's taught to you, that's brought to you, then I mean, that's how I would take it, then of course you'd be defensive, right? Like, but I'm trying to do that. So why are you saying that you need this and need that, but we ain't seeing eye to eye here with this effort? You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother situation. But that's a defensive situation, you know. Um, but guys in general, just their pride don't allow them to open up and see the big picture. So that's something that we have to work on. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I miss really, being in that comfort zone. I miss the times where, like, when you wanted to be comfort, right? And The people, put it like this: the people that used to comfort you the most is no longer here living, and if they are, God bless them. Right? The grandparents just knew what to say, how to say it, even though they could tell you something that you know you was just dead wrong about. They just know how to make you feel good regardless. They know what to say. They know how to feed you. And I say that again because I always used to go to my grandma's house. She gave me everything that I done wrong and everything that I need to continue to do better. And then she'll make me a cheesecake, some banana pudding, uh, and it all was in the comfort zone, right? So I left out of there full of knowledge and full of food, right? With a better perspective on life and an understanding. And those are things I miss, right? And we just don't have grandparents like that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of world we live in right now. So grandparents nowadays is like 40 years old. 40 years old, and the the grandchild, the mamas and daddies, and the grandparents all at the same club, kicking it. And so we all need to go somewhere and get right. But yeah, I miss the real, right? That was my comfort zone because you can cry on your grandparents' shoulder, and they just knew they've been through it. They know how you feel. Um, but it was so much peace in that. There was so much peace in the hug. There was so much security in the hug. So much security in the conversation. They knew what prayer to give you, right? They knew what prayer to pray to make sure that you was just on top. You know what I'm saying? And so um, to get that feeling back, right? We got to dig a little deeper, especially in this generation, right? We're not taught, and we're not built like that. So that's where uh, our comfort zone need to be, right? But we need to feel that within each other, right? So big, 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 big um, adjustments need to be made for sure, right? The last topic, right? I'm not gonna hold you long, right? But the last topic we was talking about is faith, and I understand, man. Sometimes when you talk about faith, this could be a little hard, but this is not that type of party where, um, I'm trying to make people believe in certain things because that's not the right thing to do. You believe in what you believe in, right? Um, I am uh, a believer in God, hands down, right? And you don't have to be. Like I'm not here to tell you that that's who you need to believe in, but whatever you believe in, you know what I'm saying? Stay true to it. I guess that's the best way that I can tell you, right? Wherever your faith come from, be true to your faith, right? And that was one of the first questions, like, where do your faith come from? For me, mine come from God, right? I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe He worked all things out for my good, um, whether I agree or not, right? But that comes with my faith. So I trust and believe that He gonna lead me in the right way, even when I do wrong, because everybody do wrong. He gonna lead me. You know what I'm saying? Um, Another question is like, how often do I reference my faith? I trust my faith, so I reference it, right? There's no doubt. I don't have doubt in my faith, right? Like, let me take that back. You always have some doubt. Let me take that back, right? But you got to trust. Trust. The definition of faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. So I trust that everything will be all right, and that's the truth. That's the honest to God truth, right? Um, like I said, I'm a believer in God, and that's where my faith comes from. He hasn't failed me, and I don't believe He gonna fail me down the line. You know what I'm saying? So I have no reason not to go to Him in a time of need. Um, I probably, honestly, probably should. I should probably thank Him more each and every day. Like I wake up, I breathe, and you know, I'm able to see another day. My family good. So he deserved more than I given out, hands down. So my faith is all in it. I'm all in. But that works for me, right? Not everyone uh goes that route, right? Not everyone again is not a believer in God. Um and but whoever you believe in, just make sure your faith is golden with that source. Cool. That makes sense to you. Um, I mentioned that I should give thanks more often. Um, because I believe in faith. So I feel like I should acknowledge it more, right? But don't get it twisted though. Like, don't abuse your faith. And what I mean by that is, um, if something go wrong, a lot of people lose it. They lose faith, right? And it's kind of saying you giving up on something that you trust, right? So you can't trust it and give up on it. Do you got faith now? Again, whatever you believe in, because that could be detrimental later on, right? Um, just know it come from faith comes from a good place, right? Um, just remember you have the definition say complete trust. So trust that your faith will guide you through any situation. Trust that your faith gonna give you the peace that you need. Trust that your faith is gonna give you the comfort that you need, and then just roll with it. It may not happen right now. Man, I got so much to work on in just those three topics. Like I know my faith. I'm trusting in this because in order for me to be a better person, in order for me to give somebody some advice, right? I gotta conquer all the stuff that we just talked about, right? And some. And there's much more to talk about. But faith is what's gonna keep me going. It's gonna keep my drive going, right? And so that's what I'm leaning towards. My faith. My faith will carry me all the way through. Right. I know I'm not a preacher. I'm not trying to be a preacher. But I'm just telling you how important this is, right? How important is it to have your peace? How important it is to have comfort in your life? And then how important it is to um, keep the faith. You know what I'm saying? Is major in your life. Like, so in closing, right? I told you I wasn't going to keep you long. It's been 30 something minutes here. Um, in closing, just make sure you have time. Make time for your peace, your comfort, and your faith, right? Um, these are important and need attention. Uh, they'll make you a better person in life. Again, we all struggle. I struggle every single day, right? Behind the smile, there's some growth. Behind the smile, there's some pain. Behind the smile, there's hard times and good times, right? Behind the smile, let's be honest, behind the smile, there's a lot of growth. Um, um, there's a lot of adjustments that need to be made. So my outside appearance may be like, oh man, Brian got it together. Man, he always laughing and joking. And that's me, but there's more to me that I need to work on so I can be a better me, right? I'm trying to show all my teeth. Maybe I smile like this, but I was just every day, just every day I wanted to show all my teeth, right? Because then I know like I'm good across the board. I am good across the board. Um, just we just got to make this a practice, an everyday norm. We need to balance our lives a little better. You know what I'm saying? And I think we'll all just do good, one step at a time, one step at a time. So check it out. I said I wasn't gonna hold you long. Um, for those who didn't get a chance to watch it from the beginning, if you jumped in the middle, just go back and check it out, um, and then put some comments down. Shoot me a message, whatever you want to do. Let me know how you feel about it. Um, but I like engaging, so keep me posted. Let me know how you think about it. Okay. Thanks for chilling with me tonight. I hope you got some out of it. You know, again, it's for me. It's therapeutic for me. I'm just talking, but I love doing it. Just remember uh, that we will and can self-destruct our own lives. You know what I'm saying? So just just stay on point. Just stay on point. Right. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to my page, and tune in for more exciting topics. And also, not to mention the music, right? I told you at the beginning of the podcast here that I play music. And of course, if you've been on my page and looking around, it's all music and drums and singing. That's my passion. I like doing it. I love doing it actually. So make sure you stay tuned, and I want you to enjoy it. So subscribe, and share. All right. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to visit the website. Right. We have a God Loves Me website. Uh, it's www.glm. That's it? No. .godlm. Man, I'm all over the place. .com. Right. Check it out. We got shirts and hoodies and all kind of fun stuff on there. You can purchase online, direct ship right to your house. Okay. Check us out, and we would really appreciate it. Anyways, have a blessed night, and I hope to hear from y'all soon. I'm Brian Jennings Jr., and I'm out. Peace.